Hello to all my wonderful people and subscribers. Pretty Tarot here, and this is the July reading for Pisces for 2017 year here. And I just want to let you know my website is up and I am doing personal readings, okay? And I have been doing so for the past month. This is for the Sun, Rising, Mars, Venus, Moon, and it is a general reading, Pisces. So this can apply to any area of your life, okay? Apply to love life, relationships, jobs, career, finances, family, health, you name it. So let's figure out what is going on for you guys, Pisces. 2017, July 2017. And my cards don't want to shuffle. Could it mean that you guys are doing something or trying to do something and it's not working the way you want it to? That's a possibility, because whatever's going on when I shuffle my cards, that's the energy. And I thank you guys so much for showing me all the love and for all the views and the subscriptions and all the wonderful comments. I do read them all and try to reply to as many as I possibly can. I have so much love for you guys. You just don't know. And I thank you to those of you who have supported my channel by purchasing a personal reading with me. Okay, so like I said, this is general. If it does not apply to you, make sure you get a personal reading with me. Otherwise, let's go and get started. Okay, Pisces, what's going on for you guys right now? It looks like you guys have to be patient because something is either not going your way or something is just, you know, you need to take time with, okay? And what may be affecting this thing of needing to have patience? Yeah, it looks like you guys are either contemplating moving on to seek better, or some of you actually are or have already moved on to seek better for this month, okay, for July. So that's what's going on for Pisces for July 2017. Then what's hanging over this thing of seeking out better? Some of you anticipate a new start, a new beginning, just a fresh outlook. Some of you, this could mean a new job, a new career, new finances, new relationship, better health, new health, whatever it could mean. This is something new, fresh, and a fresh start period is what I am getting for you guys. What's underlying here with the situation? It looks like some of you guys are needing to take a break or are taking a break. Some of you may have gone through some things, may have gone through some kind of strife and just, you know, needing to just take a rest from it all, take a break from it all. It could have been heartbreak and disappointments. It could have been strife. It could, in hassles, it could have been issues with your health, some of you, as the reason why you're having this downtime or contemplating a need for downtime. And I want to go ahead and pull 3 cards in regards to this whole thing of you guys moving on to seek better and needing to have patience and wanting, you know, this new fresh start, or there is a new fresh start for you guys. But, you know, some of you or many of you are taking a break right now. Some of you also could be taking a vacation, okay, just because you need the downtime. After all, this is summer for us here in the U.S. and holidays coming up for this month. Yeah, and it looks like you guys are definitely taking some time to yourselves to think about some things, to, you know, reflect on what's been going on, some inner reflection as well, but definitely taking time away from things and from others because you have a lot to think about. And it is relating to, you know, either you guys are starting to see some things that you weren't seeing before, or some truth is coming out, some details are coming out. But whatever the case is, you guys are seeing things clearly for the way they are, because something has come up, some details, some truth, whatever is going on. you guys are starting to see clearly, and you know, it looks like you want to see things come together, or you just want to get what it is you feel you deserve, because you may have put some time and effort into some things or whatever. You want to reap what it is you sow, but this is mostly about seeing things come together. Okay, so in regards to your recent past, and the recent past is like the last few days or the last few weeks, maybe even the last few months, it looks like you guys were trying to be prepared, or you wanted to be prepared for something. And I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards from that real quick. In regards to what is it that you guys were preparing for or trying to be prepared, but it looks like some kind of preparation was made, or you guys were anticipating something coming up. For some of you, it could have been an offer or something that you expected to receive, is what I have for some of you there with the Knight of Cups. In regards to this preparation or something you were trying to prepare for or be ready for. So you're trying to be ready. That's also what I'm getting. Be ready. This is about victory, success. For some of you, this is about traveling or whatever. And it's related to something with your past, something or someone or some situation from your past. And once again, you needed to take some time to really think about it and reflect on it, okay? So that's what's going on in regards to like the last few days, last few weeks, or last few months with your recent past. With you guys were trying to be prepared or ready for something. Right now, it looks like you guys are working on some things, or you're working on something, period. For some of you, it could be, a project. For some of you, it could be you have some plans in the works or something. For some of you, you could be working on a relationship. For some of you, you could be working on your health or whatever it may be. You guys are working on something right now in the present position of this month. More so like in the moment. And it looks like you have some decisions to make or a choice to make. And it's relating to wanting to be happy, wanting to have some good news, wanting to receive some good news, wanting something to be happy or celebrate or whatever. It also is possible that some of you are involved with a third party, and that's where the choice or decision has to come from. And it looks like it's relating to an air sign, that's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And if it's not someone who has that in the placement of their chart, then it is someone who could possibly be rational, intelligent type. They use their mind over their heart type of person. They like to go more with rationale than with feeling. They could be intellectual, like I said. They're thinkers. They could be someone that's really smart or nerdy even possibly, but and someone who also could be kind of crass or cold or very blunt, okay? And if it's not an air sign or someone with those characteristics, then this is about you choosing to be focused and cutting out what no longer serves you, okay? And so that's what's going on here with you working on things right now. Or working on something. And like I said, it's about you need to make some sort of choice or decision. And it may be regarding a third party, or it may be, like I said, you wanting to have something to celebrate or wanting some good news. And it's either related to an air sign or someone who had the characteristics that I mentioned before, or it's you needing to just trying to be focused and cutting what no longer serves you, okay? Now, what you have coming up in the future position here between, now and the next few weeks or the next few months here, it looks like you guys are going to, I don't want to say this, it looks like some of you guys are going to feel either like you have been cheated in some kind of form, or like something was taken from you, or you just gonna feel like you were taken. Maybe somebody might be cheating on someone, or something is going on. Some of you may encounter some thievery, some sort of thief, someone stealing something. Whatever the case, it's a thing of someone taking something that does not belong to them, or someone being cheated on possibly, or someone feeling taken or taken for granted or taken advantage of. And of course, you know, I'm definitely going to pull 3 cards on that to really get down to the bottom of what's going on here. And it's relating to something you really want or something you've really been desiring. And you definitely have a choice to make or a path to take. 1 or 2 paths, or just a choice to make, period. But it looks like there's this feeling of being trapped, or feeling like you can't get out of something that you were already tied to or had an arrangement with or whatever, or something. Okay, but realistically, this is always more of a mental, psychological issue where you're feeling trapped or feel like there's something you can't get out of. For some of you, this may actually mean you have some sort of contract you can't get out of, or some sort of arrangement you cannot get out of, or something. Some of you could be already in a relationship or married. Some of you could just be tied down to a family situation or a home situation. Some of you could just be tied to a job or something, a career, whatever it may be, or like I said, tied with a contract. Could be financially, whatever it may be, okay? You guys will know how this relates to you. If this doesn't relate, then seek a personal reading with me. But like I said, this is more about a feeling, though, because initially the ropes, you see her hands are free. She could easily reach up with her hands, grab for this rope, pull it down, because it's really not that tight. In other decks, this card is illustrated where the ropes are loose so that she could wiggle out of it. But either way it go, her hands are free. So she can pull these ropes off of her, pull the dargon blindfold off so she can see all around her or whatever, and literally walk through these swords and be free. So it's really all about, you need to free yourself or whatever. You probably have more control in the situation than you think you do, though the illusion is there. Emotionally or psychologically, for some of you, it may actually be that you really are trapped in some kind of form, but for a lot of you, it's not that case. And like I said, for some of you, like I said, it's going to feel like you are being taken for granted, being taken, period, taken advantage of, cheated, someone taking something from you that don't belong to them, stealing, someone possibly cheating, okay? Whether it's you or somebody else, or whatever's going on. And like I said, it's about something you desire or something you want. And it could be something you already have. And you need to make a choice, or there's a choice to take, or there's a path to take. The high road or the other road, or whatever it may be, or between 1 or 2 things. But there's this thing, like I said, feeling trapped, or feeling like you're tied down to something in some kind of form, okay? Now, the obstacle or the challenge that you guys are experiencing for this month here, it is relating to a water sign here, because you have the Queen of Cups. That is a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio, or that is someone who has characteristics of someone who could be warm, someone who could be possibly intuitive or psychic, someone who could be, you know, sensitive, someone who is in touch with their emotions, someone who's emotional, possibly dramatic, a drama queen or a drama king, someone who may also like to drink a little bit because they're, you know, they're holding that kind of, that cup up to them or whatever. You know, someone who's nurturing, warm, those kind of things. And this is the person that is somehow standing in your way, is what I'm picking up or getting. They're an obstacle or they're a challenge. Now, this could very well just be you guys being your own obstacle, your own challenge, or being in your way, or, you know, but yeah. And I'm pulling 3 cards on this. Normally, I don't pull 3 cards on the challenge or obstacle when it comes to the video readings on YouTube for free. But I felt more need to clarify this. And yes, this is about, you know, and I feel like this is about you. You're the obstacle or the challenge. And maybe it's because you need to inner reflect or have some kind of introspection. You just need to really think on some things. You really need to think about some stuff. Because you feel there's something that you feel you deserved, something that's owed you, something that is maybe out of balance, and you may want to get your, regain your balance. You may want some fairness in the situation. Some of you, there may be some legal proceedings going on. Some of you, it might be a divorce. Whatever the case is going on, it's something that you feel is owed to you, or you deserved, or there's a need for some kind of balance in your life or some fairness. But you want to move up to the next level. So some of you may want a promotion. Some of you may want a better job or a career. Some of you may want a better love life or relationship. Some of you may be wanting to take things to the next level in your love life or relationship, or just take things to the next level period in your life or with your finances. Some of you may want better health or improved health, whatever it may be. Some of you may be trying to graduate from school or something, or graduate from something, period. Whatever this is, you want to move up to that next level. And like I said, get what it is you feel you want, you deserve. Some of you are having to really think on some things and really reflect. And it's a challenge for you. And so, like I said, either you guys are the challenge or obstacle to yourself. Some of you are in your own way and blocking your own blessings for whatever reasons, or you feel you are. Or some of you guys are just the holdup, like you're holding yourself up because you're at a standstill. Some of you, this literally could be another water sign, or someone with the other characteristics that I mentioned. Someone who likes to drink, or it can be drama queen, drama king, or whatever. Someone who's all in their feelings and really sensitive and going through a lot of changes. And they don't have to necessarily be negative. Some people, they're just... I just keep getting that whoever this is, they're negative for some reason, if it's not you. Now, what you guys are concerned about is staying on top of things, or staying on top of whatever the competition is, because some of you may be feeling like you're in a very tough competitive situation or something. Some of you just may have a lot going on and need to really stay on top of things. The outside influence of the situation is literally a new start, a potential for a new, location, making a new move or something to someone, to somewhere else. And I almost said to someone else. So some of you may be trying to move on to someone else, because that's something that now it just seemed like it slipped out of my mouth. And nothing slips out by coincidence. So like I said, some of you, this is about moving on to someone else. Some of you, this is about moving on to a new job, a new career, a new location. It's a new start. But a lot of times it's regarding jobs, careers, or locations when it comes to that new start. Okay. Now, what some of you are expecting, though, is that you're going to have some kind of discipline, that you're going to have to be strong-willed. Some of you are going to have to be strong. Some of you are literally going to have some courage. Some of you are going to have to bite your tongue and pull easy wine the lion's mouth kind of situation, Now, what I have as an outcome for you guys, and I think this is a good, fair, ideal outcome, is that you guys are going to take charge and you're going to take control here in your situation, and you're going to do what it is that you need to do, because a king does what he has to do in order to keep things going, in order to get his kingdom and things running smoothly and to stay running smoothly. So if things are out of whack, or things aren't running the way they're supposed to, a king steps up to the plate. He steps up to the challenge, and he does what he has to do, and he makes the hard choices and make the hard calls that he has to make when he needs to do so. Okay. So that's an empowering card to receive. I think that's a good outcome, because that means you guys are not going to, sit there and feel helpless in your situation. You guys are going to be proactive and empower yourselves and do what you can or what you need to do in your situation. For some of you, you definitely have a choice to make, and it may be a tough one. And, but you guys are strong enough to do that, because a king is strong, okay? And he does what he needs to do. He makes those hard choices and make those hard calls, okay? Even just for the greater good of all, and not just for himself, because a king is also, he knows he needs to be fair-minded and balanced, okay? Now, moving forward to pull some cards from you guys, from my oracle cards and my other tarot deck here, the angel tarot deck. I like to give you guys extra insight and advice, and even confirm some of the messages that were received in the reading. Okay, if anything pops out, I'll go with that. Otherwise, I'll just pull a couple cards, 2, 3, whatever it is I feel is necessary, and we'll just go with that. Okay. Now, let's see. This is my Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. You got the Two of Air here. The Two of Air, typically in my regular tarot deck, is the Two of Swords. That's usually a card of being guarded. And it's usually being guarded because you can't see ahead of you. You don't know what's coming up, and you're trying to protect yourself. But a lot of times, you can't see it with this card, but with the usual Two of Swords cards, you know, she has her swords up, you know, guarding herself, and she has the blindfold on. If she could put the swords down, then she could take the blindfold off, and then she could see all around her. So sometimes you have to let your guard down and, you know, relax, be easy, and you may be able to see what's ahead of you. You may be able to see better, because then you could take that blindfold off. But as long as you're tense and you're guarded and you're afraid, you cannot allow your eyes to really see things clearly. You can't allow your intuition even speak to you. So relax, release, take the guards down, remove the fear. I know that's hard to do, but some of you really need to, and this is my own personal advice, go into meditation mode. Some of you need to pray, whatever it is you need to do, and stay encouraged, because some of you are really in a fearful mode and feeling guarded, and that can blind you and cause you to miss out on your opportunities, or cause you to sit at a standstill and not move forward. Okay, now the advice of this card is, or the indication of the card is, it says, you know, it's being unable or unwilling to make a decision. See what I said? I said it earlier that you guys may end up at a standstill because you're afraid to move forward. Some of you are at a stalemate and pretending there is no problem. And that goes back to me saying, you know, you're too busy guarding yourself. You're too busy being afraid to just take the blindfolds off. Because like I said, in the typical Two of Swords, she has a blindfold on and over her eyes, and she has her swords up, and she's guarded, afraid, and cannot see what's coming up or ahead of her. But she could do so if she just let the guards down, relax, remove the fears, and take the blindfolds off. Okay. You guys got the Knight of Water here. That's the Knight of Cups. That's usually an indication of receiving some sort of offer in some kind of form that changes or affects the way you feel. The indication of this card, or the advice of the card, is for some of you, falling in love or a wedding proposal may be on the horizon. For some of you, there's a need to rebalance your emotions. Some of you may receive a social invitation to an event. Okay. Now we have the Eight of Fire here. That's the Eight of Wands in my regular tarot deck. That's about things quickly taken off fast or whatever. The indication of this card is, it says events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over, many things happening at once. So I feel like once you guys can get past your fears, once you guys can release and let go of whatever it is that you're afraid of, whatever it is that's holding you back or holding you, like I said, at a stalemate and at a standstill, then you guys could be able to, you know, tune into your intuition, or be able to really see things clearly for the way they are, if you guys could just let that guard down and take the blindfold off. Some of you don't want to take the blindfold off, but you need to. And once you can really see, you know, do so, then you can see things clearly, and you can then move forward. Things can quickly move forward for you guys. And I feel like that's what that card is all about. So that's insight for you guys there from the Angel Tarot deck. Don't be afraid to face your fears. Don't be afraid to see things for the way they really are. And like I said, become that emperor that you know you have inside you, and let allow yourself to make the hard choices and do the things you need to do in order to empower yourself in your situation and move forward. Some of you guys are bored. Some of you are not happy with where you're at. Some of you are really just not there for it is what I got. That just came to me. Some of you are just not there for it. You're not feeling the situation. It's not stimulating you. There's no growth there. It's a yawn fest. Move forward. It's nothing there for you to take from it. There's nothing for you to grow from here in this situation. It's nothing for you to take from it. And like I said, some of you are literally bored out your mind, and this is just not for you. Some of you feel like are limited or limiting yourselves if you stay where you're at. Creativity. So yes, and this makes a lot of sense. Some of you may actually need to be involved in the arts is what I'm getting. Some of you may actually be creative or have a creative side. Some of you may need to just take a creative approach towards making some changes in your life, or a creative approach period towards finding a solution or getting things to go where you would like it to go. Okay. And like I said, some of you may actually be creative and need to use your creativity. Discipline. Okay, so this card already came up for you guys in the expectation where you had the strength card, and that meant you guys literally needed to be disciplined, bite your tongue, not overdo things or not make choices that you know are not going to benefit you in the long run, or things that you know are going to have consequences. You guys know how this relates to you. It's a very self-explanatory card. But the other thing I could say about the discipline card, some of you need to study your craft. Some of you need to study your situation or study up on something that you may have been trying to prepare for or are preparing for. Some of you may need to get strategic is also what I'm getting, in order to make your next move or whatever it is that you need to do. Okay. So sometimes extra things come through for me, for some of you guys, and you all will know, like I said, how this relates to you. If this reading is not relating to you, Pisces, it's because it's general. And like I said, you may seek out a personal reading with me. Visit my website, prettytarot.com. This one just popped out. Forgiveness. Some of you, I feel like, need to forgive yourself, while others of you may need to forgive self. Some of you need to forgive yourself and others, because whatever happened in the situation, it's you holding malice in your heart, or holding hurt in your heart, or holding some sort of bitterness, or just this inability to accept the fact that some of you may feel like you allow things to happen, and therefore you need to forgive yourself. Some of you may be feeling like others did wrong by you, or they did things to you, or maybe some of you feel like poor choices were made, wrong choices were made. Whatever the case is, forgive yourself and also forgive others for whatever discretions they may have done or made towards you or whatever. In some cases, they may have not meant to. In some cases, of course, you probably meant better as well. But it takes forgiveness sometimes to be able to move forward and to seek better, okay? And you got the "it's up to you" card where this goes and where everything goes, okay? Right now, you're in a position you can make the choice to seek better, to advance. Whatever's going this situation, you have decisions to make, okay? And it really is up to you at this point. Everything is up to you. But guess what? Guess what, Pisces? You have this indication. There's something better. So you probably really don't have to hang on to this, or don't need to hang on to this. This is an indication there's something better. So for those of you who are contemplating if you need to move on to seek better, feel free to go ahead and do so, because you have this support here. This is the Angel Answers cards by Doreen Virtue, okay? this is an indicator that there is something better. So don't be afraid to move on forward, to seek it, okay? And some of you may already be aware of that, while some of you may have been wondering, is there anything else better? Well, there is, okay? And now the final deck. This is the Answer Simple by Sonia Coquette. This is my favorite deck. I love the artwork of the cards. They're absolutely beautiful. And I like the messages that they have for you guys, okay? All right, so Pisces, let's see how simple this answer is for you guys here. Okay. You guys have spread the light. To me, this is a card that is indicating that you need to spread, and when I say spread the light, this is like leading the way, okay? This is all about, because if you look at this card, there's lights here that are being held, and they're leading down a path here, okay? They're leading down a path. Sometimes you need to be the one to be the bigger person and to lead the path. You know what I'm saying? You need to be the one to lead by example, okay? And leading by example to guide the way to like a more positive situation or a positive resolution, okay? Spreading the light also could mean just spreading the positivity, spreading the love, spreading the joy. But more than anything, you need to be the one to lead the way to a better path, okay? It's within you to be able to do so. You have that inner guidance in your spirit. You have the ability to be the bigger person in a situation. You have the strength to empower yourself and empower others in a situation by just leading the way to a better, brighter path into doing the right thing is also what I'm getting, okay? Now this says put others first. So some of you may need to consider that maybe some of you may have not been looking at the larger picture and how this affects everyone. Some of you may have been caught up in being concerned with yourself in the situation. Some of you may need to actually make some self-sacrifice here to put others first. This could be children. It could be, you know, a parent figure of some form, like a mother or father or something. This could be for the family. This could be, you know, whoever it may be, okay? Maybe, like I said, if this is work, maybe coworkers or something. But it says you need to put others first. And if you look at the image of the card, I feel like this is also about cooperation, okay? Sometimes you kind of need to let others go and do their thing first before you choose to do your own. Whatever that means to you, you'll know, okay? But that's what I'm getting. And finally, Pisces, you guys need to have some fun, okay? This is July. Wherever you're at in the world, relax, release, have some fun. Everything doesn't have to be serious all the time. Even if you're going through something, sometimes, you know, instead of sitting around pondering, thinking, and be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Sometimes you can just put things aside for a minute and just stop and smell the roses, enjoy life a little bit. Sometimes having a little fun or allowing yourself to release and relax and just enjoy the day or the week or the month or whatever's going on, or enjoy what's going on in your life, or just trying to add something fun in your life. Sometimes that can help you figure out what you want to do. So some of you may need to just take a vacation. Some of you may actually just be tired and stressed out and worn down, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to have some fun, okay? Feel free to relax. That is your monthly reading, Pisces. Please hit the like button if you like this reading, and thank you so much. Visit my website if you'd like a personal reading, and look in the description as well if you'd like more information on how to get a personal reading. Peace.